Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be doing our workout with a little step, which hopefully most of you will have in your home. You can also use a stepper that you'd find in the gym. So the first exercise that we're trying is going to be a step down. So we're really going to work on feeling this in this leg that is on the bench, in the glutes and hamstrings, hopefully. So you're going to get set up on your step. Just make sure it's steady. Mine is pretty crappy, but I trust myself. Make sure yours isn't gonna fall over. So you're gonna have one leg on, well, we'll start with one leg on the bench. Other foot is just gonna kind of hang here. And we're gonna slowly come down. So we're tapping our toe and lifting right back up into the step. So if you need to, you can touch a little bit closer to the bench. You can even have your whole foot come down if you have to. Just focus on lifting out of the leg. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can bring that leg further back. So you can aim to do 10 to 15 of these, depending on your strength level and your balance. So keeping hips straight and lots of control. If you're a little more experienced, you can use a higher step. So we'll switch legs onto my bad leg here. Okay, so this one is a little more challenging and a lot higher. So if you're just starting out, I would really recommend that you use like a kitchen stool for this exercise. So after we've done those, we're gonna do side lateral step ups. So same thing, we're gonna get on our step. Make sure you're balanced. Hips are straight and in line, and this leg is just tapping to the side. So you can have either your heel or your toe hit the floor, making sure this knee is stable. We're looking forward. And again, we're gonna do anywhere from 8 to 12. Whew, really feeling that in my glutes. And I have pretty bad feet, so I'm trying to strengthen my tendons in my feet a little bit due to my arches, but you can wear shoes if you need the support and stability, especially if your balance is a little bit off, so that's completely up to you. Next, we're gonna use our step to perform a mountain climber exercise. So we're gonna get into a full plank position. So shoulders are in line with your wrists, squeezing glutes, hips are kind of tucked under. We don't wanna see a sagged low back. Really tuck everything up, engage the core, and we're just bringing the knee in to the wrist. And this is actually very challenging if you're engaging your core muscles correctly. So slow and controlled, I always like a little bit better. You can also add in some twists. So you can aim for about 20 of these. So 10 on each side, or more if you'd like. You can go off to the side. So just different ways to really engage the core. And we don't want to feel this in low back. So try to squeeze glutes, draw that belly button up into your spine, and focus on which muscles you're using with this one. And you can add 2 to 3 sets of those into your workout. Next, we're going to do some bridges off of the step. So we're going to come onto the floor on our back. You can do either one-legged or two-legged bridges. So this works the hamstrings, glutes, and core. You're gonna push your foot into kind of the middle of the bench. I find if you use heels are okay, but I don't wanna feel these in the calves. We wanna focus more on the glutes and the hams. So adjust yourself as needed. Hands are stable into the floor to support yourself, and we're focusing on squeezing these butt cheeks together, lifting your hips as high as you can, and keeping your core engaged. So slow and controlled, again, really focusing on which muscles you're using. Continue to breathe all the way up and all the way down. Try to keep your knees stable. Don't let them wobble. And then if you're ready to move into a one-leg bridge, it can look like this. So with the bridges, you can do anywhere from 10 to 15 of these. Same with the one-leg ones. It really depends on your fitness level. Heavier clients tend to be able to do less of them. And we really want to focus on what we're doing, do them correctly, rather than kind of throwing ourselves around and using the wrong muscles. So be conservative. If you have to do anything modified or even from the floor, that's the better option. So we're going to do some upper body now. So we're going to start with some push-ups. The stool is a little bit close, so it's going to be a little bit more challenging, focusing on triceps. Elbows are coming back slightly, core is engaged, bum stays down, getting as low as you can. And of course, if you need to modify, always just go from the knees and arrange yourself so you're kind of in a comfortable position. This could be pretty tight on some people's shoulders. If so, just go to the floor, or even using something like this, or a chair or a couch actually might be better for these. And then you can go a little bit wider. After those, you can try some dips. So again, on your bench or your stool. So hands are about shoulder width apart, shoulders back, chest is up. Not a lot of range of motion on this for me, so I'm probably better off with this one. But just kind of play around with what you have at home. Okay, elbows are back, chest up, bum close to the bench. And if you need to modify, tuck those knees in to make it a little bit easier. And I'm going to show you one more. So we're actually going to do like a superwoman with the stool. Okay, so we have relocated to the floor. And we're going to get on with these superwomans. So we're just lying out onto the floor, holding on to our step, head is down, and we're gonna lift up. If you want to lift your legs, you can as well, and just up and down. So we're working all of the posterior chain. Pretty challenging. For an easier movement, you can leave your legs down, so just glue them into the floor. And we're lifting up this way. Whatever's more comfortable for you. You can do some little rows. This is great because we're forcing our lats to work by drawing them back down. Those muscles on the sides of your back. Like you're doing a lat pull down, almost squeezing your elbows back. So that one is a pretty challenging one. And then of course, if you want to throw some more core in, you can always keep your feet elevated and do some crunches, reaching for the toes. Or side crunches. So I know a lot of people are getting bored with these quarantine workouts. So even just to use something you have around the house and making up a whole little workout around it can be kind of interesting challenge. We can do some little bench hops. Or even with this guy, putting your hands on the bench. Give you some stability. So there's some examples of what you can do with some things that you have lying around your home. So I hope you have a great week and are managing throughout this stressful time and keeping your heart rate up and your stress levels as low as possible and having lots of doggy kisses. Thank you, Whiskey. Bye.